All right. So I am back at it again. I'm going to give it a try anyway. No guarantees, because every time I've tried to do this since the start of October, something always seems to break it all. So let's see what we can achieve, though. This has been one crazy year of projects. I think it's not too bad that I've had a couple of months to go by the wayside. But I do feel bad. It's been really it's been bugging me that I haven't been able to really get on here and do this. Sort of kind of haunting me as the thing that I haven't been able to do. And I haven't been able to devote the time. I'm hoping right now that the work is going to let up and I don't have as much to do for them. So I'll be able to do more. And it looks like I'm going to see if I can pull up my schedule here. It looks like the majority of what I've got going on here for at least the next 2 weeks has me out early enough on at least multiple days a week where I'm not going to be getting back here at 11 or 11:30 each night. So what we've got, come on, there we go. So I think this week, the only day that I will get back here after 7 p.m. is Saturday, where I'm working till 10:30. But every other day this week, theoretically, I should be able to get back here in time to do videos again. There is nobody in the next room over, so I can do them at nighttime without somebody making too much noise. And I will be working most of the day, but the daytime work hours are, I won't be able to do anything early in the morning, but I should be able to come back in enough time to do something in the evenings. And theoretically, that's how things are looking to run for the next 2 weeks, which should get us out to the 21st. Well, I think the 24th is right before Christmas, and I'm headed to visit with family at that time. So I'll probably have a few days in the middle that I won't be able to do videos, but I should be able to get back in the saddle right afterwards and come back up here to, come back down here, I guess, geographically speaking, or south of where my family is. But I should be able to get back here to start the new year and finish this year in a good way. And one of the things I've been thinking about doing for this impending, I got to see if I can pull up my calendar here to see if this will make sense and work. And I've overdone it. I've made it more complicated than it needs to be, which is pretty much standard for my life and existence. Okay, so I found at work and a few other locations this year some things to test. And actually, I've got a few taste tests I can do here tonight if we want to do that. This is a Hershey's Candy Cane and Kit Kat Duo, and there's these Kisses. And they're like caramel pretzel Kisses, candy cane Hershey's, and mint dark chocolate Kit Kat. So I can try those tonight too. But the thing I wanted to touch base on here was there are candy canes that have been released this year by multiple companies, and I sort of tried to hunt down and collect all the really weird ones I could find. I have an assortment at this point. Some of them are all the same flavor in a packet, and some of them are multiple flavors in a packet. So like one of them is a Kool-Aid candy cane, and they have 3 different flavors in that packet. But one of them is Red Hot's candy canes, and it's all that one flavor in the packet. So originally I was thinking I would do the 12 days of Christmas. Each day gets its own candy cane flavor. But I want to do it in a way that each day is its own package of candy canes. And I feel like I have at this point enough of them that I could do 12 days individual flavors. I might be one or two short. I may have to see what I can find. But I also have like 9 days of multi-flavor packs. So I want to crunch the numbers on them and see if I did one of each flavor of the multi-flavor packs, how many days would that carry me for? Because I'm looking at it, 12 Days of Christmas usually starts on the 22nd, I believe. 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. So 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so you should run roughly, nope, should run, oh, that's January. Okay, so 22nd through the 3rd of January are the 12 days of Christmas. 2nd or 3rd of January. And so I have enough that I could do a candy cane for each of those days. But here's an interesting one. I might be able to solve the shortages on those. Let me figure something out here. But what I was looking at until the 22nd, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have to figure out for certainty when the day is. Theoretically, I could start 12 days. Well, could we do overlap? Could we do an overlap in the middle? I don't know. Because right now it's Christmas is the 26th, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I started this Saturday, I would be doing 12 days until Christmas. And then if I start on the 22nd, 12 days of Christmas gets me out from 22nd to the 2nd or 3rd of January. So I'm thinking that's what I'll potentially do, as a different candy can flavor for the live updates each night while I discuss some of the other things that we covered during the course of the year. And that's really what I want to do for the wrap up of this year, is cover the projects that we worked on this year and share some of what I learned in the process of doing those. So I really want to try to do that. I like the idea, and like I may end up just doing the 12 days of Christmas candy cane assortment for the 22nd through the 3rd, I think. And I may not worry. I'll run the calculations today. I think I have 11 individually flavored packets. I think it's like a mint chocolate, a hot cocoa, a few of like a Now and Later apple, and Red Hots. I think I have a Lemon Heads. The trick is I have Lemon Heads, and then I also have a multi-pack that's Lemon Heads, Apple Heads, and something else. But I do know that at Walmart they have those candy cane days where they have like a cotton candy, pina colada flavored candy canes that are, you buy one, and I think I could probably do that. So I could take a couple of the duplicate, the ones that have the multiples in a pack, and just shunt those over to the multiples pack week, or 2 weeks almost. Should I go grab one tonight? Let's see. We've got, let's pull up when are the 12 days of Christmas. or a Yule is really what I'm looking at. The 12 Days of Christmas is based off of the 12 Days of Yule. And so 12 Days of Yule is how the holiday originally got its 12 days part. Okay, so nope. I'm also watching Carnival Row for Views Day. So I've done the first episode, and after this, I'll do the second episode tonight. It's 2 episodes a day, 2 episodes every Tuesday until the 31st, which is the last Tuesday of the year. And 12 Days of Christmas 2019. So when are the 12 Days of Christmas? So Wednesday? Huh. That's interesting. So this says 12 Days of Christmas will begin on December 25th and end on January 5th. You? No, that doesn't give me any. So 12 Days of Christmas is supposed to start on the 25th and end on the 5th. So the 25th to the 5th. I suppose I could do that. And if I did that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I did that and I did 12 multi-flavor packs, I could do that from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this Friday, I could start that. Okay, so that's different. I wouldn't have pegged that. I think I thought it started on the equinox, right? December 25th. Yeah, okay. So let's do that. If I start the multi-flavor packs at the end of the week, I should get 12 days before Christmas, and then on the 25th through the 5th of January. Well, I mean, 25th, I guess, is Christmas Eve. So do I double up on Christmas, or do I do a 25th? So 24th, 23rd, 22nd, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I start on Friday, I'll end on the Tuesday before Christmas Eve. But if I want to do 12 days before Christmas, Christmas Eve technically counts as a day before Christmas. But the 12 days of Christmas, I'll have to figure that out over the next couple days. But we've got at least until Friday. So it's either going to be Friday or Saturday that we start the 12 days before Christmas, and then the 12 days of Christmas on the 25th. So I'll figure that part out. But in the meantime, I will also be working on trying to do some updates and show the projects that we created this year. But now it's candy time. I'm not going to eat a whole lot of this tonight, but I've been particularly waiting on the dark chocolate, mint and dark chocolate Kit Kat duo. So kind of curious about that one, because mint and chocolate are a really good combination that I really enjoy. But I don't think I've ever had a mint chocolate Kit Kat. So here we go. The way it looks, green on the top, dark chocolate on the bottom, biscuit in the middle. Cheers. That's a pretty dark chocolate. It doesn't have the usual chocolatiness to it that I mean, it's not quite bitter, but it doesn't have as much of the creaminess as I expected. Is the top part just mint? It's hard to say. There's a little chocolate in between the biscuit layers that you can not see at all on this camera. But it's actually all right. It's a mellow mint. It's not overly aggressive. I think that works for me. Yeah, it's not sickly sweet and overdone. That's pretty good. And then we have the Hershey's candy cane bar. Can we get contrast? There we go. Got to work on my lighting. Probably got to work on a lot of things, but for the time being, I'm enjoying making videos to share with people and encourage people to create things, even if I don't do it as good as I could. So, that one's fairly minty. I'm not sure I'd even call that. It doesn't taste like a white chocolate. It has the creamy texture of it, but it doesn't have like that chocolate or even white chocolate taste to it. It feels more like it's just a carrier for the candy cane. It doesn't seem to have its own profile on it. So we have caramel cream with pretzel bits, Hershey's Gold Kisses. I seem to remember having taste tested the Hershey's Gold bar and finding it decidedly unpleasant because it was predominantly just sugared peanut butter. This just seems to be maybe like a white chocolate with caramel cream and pretzel bits. I don't know. I'm very curious about this. Let's find out, shall we? Oh, of course. That's definitely weird. The smell on that is weird. Okay, what do we got? Hershey's Gold Kisses. So I don't think this is chocolate. I don't think this has any chocolate in it, which is moderately disappointing. So it has that slightly, I guess we'll call it a gold color. Gold Kisses, I guess, is what they're doing. Which, if I remember correctly, Kisses were chocolate with all sorts of different things they did in the middle. The Hugs were supposed to be the white chocolate. This, that they're calling it Kisses, is misleading, I think. So, I feel like this is a caramel base made into a chocolate like? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's like the caramel morsels that you can put in cookies. They're not like a white chocolate with a caramel middle. They're solid. And then they got little bits of pretzel in it. And little. It's like the crumbs of a graham cracker crust. Only they're pretzel pieces, not graham cracker. And they're spread throughout. They're not clumped together. There's no thick, crunchy bits in there. They're just little bits inside the caramel cream. Huh. I think I would almost have liked that better if it was done in the style of like a truffle, where you have the chocolate exterior with a like a smooth caramel cream in the middle with a more substantial chunk of pretzel in the middle of that. Or even just like a pretzel with caramel in the middle of it dipped in chocolate. Like, I could do either of those. I think I probably would have liked that approach better. It's not bad. It's just not. I think the idea of caramel and pretzel is good. And I like the idea of that a little bit better if there's some actual chocolate involved. And caramel should be chewy or creamy, like a frosting almost, or an icing that you could do in the middle. To make a hard caramel doesn't, especially that size. If you do them as morsels in a cookie, I get it. You can kind of get away with that. It adds a caramel chunk to it that you can chew on. That's a whole chunk. You bite into it, and it's like biting a piece of solid. It's like a solid dark chocolate Hershey Kiss. Only this one is flavored like caramel. It doesn't have the texture or the indicators that suggest caramel. So it feels like it misses the boat on that a little bit. But I like that they're trying it, and I like the choice. That's kind of a nice wrapper. I might play with that a little, do some decorating with it. But I like that they're trying a new approach to some of that. The Hershey's candy cane, it's just a peppermint candy bar. It's a peppermint bark is almost exactly what I would call that. That's peppermint bark without a lot of crunchy bits of peppermint in it. The Kit Kat, it's passable. I think that's a fair. That's dark chocolate and mint. You taste the mint. The dark chocolate feels like it's missing a little bit, but I like that they're doing it. I like mint and chocolate together. Anyway, so going forward, this week I think I'll pull out my notebook and sort of do a rundown of some of the things we've done this year and start covering some of that again, discussing some of it. I'm probably not going to do it in order because I can't even remember what order I did projects in anymore, especially with the trip to Honolulu in California causing pauses in my scheduling and changing some of the weeks around because of some of the things that I ended up doing, so that I would do a music week and then a food week right next to each other. And then at a different point in the year, I did a writing week and a music week next to each other. And so I know I broke my own rules and I kind of got lost because of that. And this last couple months of overtime working, and I've had a cold for like a week. I think it started right before I went up to Thanksgiving, or I had hints of it before I got there. And it had a small amount going on it for a little while, and it just made it kind of so I was chronically tired and not able to do a lot and break out. Like you'll see the dots all over my face. I can't do anything about it. I'm breaking out like crazy. Um, and I had an infected gum for a little while, which hurt. So I couldn't just really do a lot of talking. But I then had a really, really, really bad day of cold that I thought burnt it mostly out of my system. I still have a little bit of hoarseness left, and my voice is kind of going sometimes. But the following day, my digestive system just gave out because I have a chronic digestive ailment that doesn't respond well to physiological stress. So I had a cold for a while. And all the other things going on in my life were enough of a thing that it's taken me this long to get sort of recuperated. But and we had a new hire at the job that was, taking up some of those hours so I wasn't doing double time. And that person left, so I had to cover on some of those days that they had supposedly been scheduled, but now no longer work there, so I'll cover for that. And so now, hopefully, theoretically, we're in a position where I should be able to shoot videos every night, maybe except for Saturday. And even then, I could probably do it. It's just going to be a little bit later. And then this Sunday, I think I'm free to be able to do videos. Next Sunday, I believe potentially I will be out at an event, so I won't necessarily be able to do a video until maybe later. I might be able to get back in time to do it again late. So theoretically, we should be able to get back onto doing this. We will see what life throws in my path to obstruct me from this goal. I'm also trying to figure out what my plans are for the new year, because I didn't plan to continue doing a video every day for the new year, a live video. But I think if all things work out, I should be able to do some on a regular basis. I don't think I'm going to do the same every week a new project approach, because I don't think that's not really long-term sustainable for what I'm trying to achieve. But I do want to do more longer-term projects and include doing live videos as part of them. So I have to work on what my plan for that is, and I will try to share it with you this week. And as we get further into the month, I'm going to do my candy cane 12 days before Christmas and 12 days of Christmas, I guess. And then I'll do the updates on the projects we've done, the planning for the year to come. And we've got a couple more Views days ahead of me. I got to finish the second Views Day video tonight for Carnival Row. And I'm very curious to see what they're doing with the series. And then I think it's 8 episodes for Carnival Row. And so episode 1 and 2 tonight, and then next week would be 3 and 4, and then the 24th would be 5 and 6, and then the last day of the year, the 31st, would be the last 2 episodes, 7 and 8. And so we go into a new year with a new, the first Views Day of 2020 would be the 7th of January. And I want to do something for New Year's Eve. And I want to do something for New Year's Day. Will I be working that day? I'm not sure. Probably. So we'll figure out what I can do. But here's hoping for some interesting and creative things to share in the next couple weeks. I will catch you guys later. Take care and have yourselves a good day. Yeah, and there we go.